Mike was founded in 2011 by Chris Altchek and Jake Horowitz under the shared belief that millennials are inquisitive, have a healthy skepticism for conventional wisdom, and crave substantial news to spark interesting conversations. And this sensibility informs everything that we do. Mike's approach to news is as unique as our generation and aims to target millennials. So over the years, Mike has kept a lower profile than its peers like BuzzFeed, Vox, Vice, and even Refinery29. So while those companies have made headlines for their big name hires and their massive rounds of funding, Mike, which was previously known as Policy Mike, took a different route and quietly built up their audience of 30 million monthly unique visitors, along with having a higher composition of 18 to 24-year-old readers than any other millennial-focused news outlet. Mike features 8 different sections on the site, starting with policy, news, world, arts, music, science, connections, and identities. And I chose to do my news media presentation on the identity section, which documents, investigates, and tells dynamic stories at the intersection of identity and experience. And basically the authors of this section report and write on race, class, gender, and sexuality, with a critical focus on how these categories impact our lives as millennials. The layout of Mike is very straightforward. So when you first enter the site, there is a cover story that basically just covers the whole top of the page. And if you continue to scroll down, you will find a few more of the most recent and top stories. And then to go directly to a subsection, you can use the menu toolbar in the top left of the page to select the particular subsection that you want to go to, and there you will discover stories related to that division. I think Mike is without a doubt a great news outlet to follow, especially for young adults like me. I think the co-founders did an amazing job focusing on their target audience to brand themselves into one of the top media companies that they are today. And I personally love all the topics that they cover, and I enjoy watching the slideshows that they offer, along with all of the informative videos. So in watching videos from this site, I remembered a key point from one of the readings that we covered in class called Visual Storytellings with Photographs, saying that blogs without photographs is like writing without verbs. And instead of using like a bunch of paragraphs of words, the authors of this site make it a priority to tell the story through showing instead of telling. And another thing I remembered was when Olivia Smith came to our class and spoke about visual storytelling and gave us examples of the best ways to format a story. Mike presents videos ranging from 1 minute to 20 minutes, but regardless of the length of the story, I was still able to be informed on the topic at hand. Looking back at my experience from following this site, I just loved that the content was very factual and explanatory, and it was also extremely comforting knowing that I was getting news from a reliable outlet. This site is extremely easy to navigate, and throughout the few months of following this site, I've noticed them making many changes often to accommodate to the young users.